Your sister's secret exposed. What she told the bank will shock you. God says this message is being placed before you at this exact moment because heaven has decided you can no longer walk another day without knowing the truth that has been whispered behind your back. The truth that has been carried into rooms you have never stepped into. The truth that is connected to your sister and the shocking words she spoke at the bank that the angels can no longer allow to remain hidden. God says this is serious and the angels are saying with divine firmness, do not ignore this. You are being ordered to pay attention because your destiny, your protection, and your next blessing require your awareness right now. God is surrounding you as you read this, wrapping you in a shield of light. So nothing will harm you, nothing will shake your peace, and nothing will take from you what belongs to you. You are safe. You are protected. But you must listen to what heaven is revealing now. The angels say the truth has been held back from you for far too long. Your sister spoke something at a bank, something she never thought would be exposed. And heaven says the time of silence is over. God says, my child, I am bringing everything to light now. You will know what was hidden and you will rise above the fear and confusion that others tried to place around you. For so long, the energy around this situation has been heavy and you could feel it even when you didn't understand it fully. There were days when your intuition felt loud but no one confirmed it. There were moments when something in your spirit felt disturbed, yet you brushed it aside. Now heaven is stepping in and God is telling you that your discernment was never wrong. You felt something because something was happening. You sensed something because something was being said behind closed doors. And now that divine timing is unfolding. Every lie spoken against you is being dismantled, exposed, and overturned. God says your sister was not supposed to involve your name, not supposed to involve your information, not supposed to speak anything connected to you during the moment she went to the bank. But she did. She thought no one would find out. She thought those words would remain sealed in the system and never reach your ears. She thought what she whispered under her breath would remain buried. But heaven heard it. Angels recorded it. God witnessed it. And now the divine courtroom has opened the file. Nothing hidden stays hidden forever when God decides to expose it. Nothing spoken in darkness survives when divine light shines upon it. The angels say your heart needs strength right now. Not fear, because the truth that is coming is not to harm you but to free you. What she told the bank was not about your weakness but about her desperation. It was not about your failure but about her fear. It was not about your downfall but about her attempt to secure something using your name without thinking about the spiritual consequences. God says you have been protected every single moment. Even when someone tried to use your identity, your energy, your name, or your blessings, heaven placed a barrier around you so that not even a fraction of their intention could touch you. You were shielded even when you didn't know you needed shielding. You were defended even when no one stood up for you. You were covered by God in ways you still don't realize. God says the angels have been watching how long you have been patient, how long you have kept your heart clean, how long you have stayed silent even when you felt hurt, confused or suspicious. Heaven has seen everything. Nothing you felt was ignored. Nothing you cried about was unseen. Nothing you prayed silently was forgotten. Today, heaven wants you to hear this clearly. You are safe and you will remain safe. Nothing will go wrong with you. You will not lose anything. You will not fall into any trap. God is with you and God is stepping forward to reveal what must be revealed. Your sister told the bank something that made them look at your information differently, something that caused your name to appear in a file, something that should have never included you in the first place. And heaven says what she said was not the full truth, not a clear truth, and not a harmless truth. But God prevented every danger that could have come from it. God blocked outcomes. God erased what could have harmed you. God says, there were consequences waiting in the spiritual realm, but I canceled them before they could manifest. The angels say, this is not to frighten you, but to make you understand the depth of God's protection over your life. God says the reason this is being exposed now is because you are entering a season of restoration, prosperity, and blessings that no one will be able to interfere with anymore. The truth is coming out not to create chaos, but to create clarity. The divine exposure is happening not to break you, but to free you from every hidden shadow that tried to attach itself to your life. God says every financial blessing coming toward you must be clean, untouched, and uncontaminated by someone else's intentions. This is why heaven is removing anything connected to your name that was not placed by your own hands. The angels say your sister made a decision out of fear or pressure, not realizing the spiritual consequences of involving you. But God says, my child, you will not carry someone else's burden. You will not pay someone else's price. You will not suffer because of someone else's choices. Heaven is breaking every chain that was tied to you without your permission. And the angels are standing around you, whispering courage, strength, and peace into your spirit because the truth is preparing to surface. God says you have a pure heart and that is why heaven fights for you. You have a sincere soul and that is why the angels defend you. You have always been the one who gives more, cares more, forgives more, and tries more even in relationships where others gave you less. And this situation with your sister is one of the many moments where your goodness was taken for granted. But God says that ends now, no more silent suffering. No more spiritual interference. No more hidden energy affecting your path. No more behind-the-scenes conversations impacting your blessings. Heaven is undoing everything. God says you will soon hear something that confirms this message. Something that aligns perfectly with what you are being told now. A conversation, a document, a mistake someone makes, a slip of the tongue, a sudden confession, or an unexpected update will reveal the truth. You won't have to search for it, you won't have to ask. God says, I will bring the truth to your doorstep. You are not alone in this. God's presence is all around you and nothing will harm you because you are divinely protected. The angels say your spirit is stronger than anything spoken against you. No bank, no file, no conversation, no paperwork, no outsider can alter the destiny God wrote for you. The words spoken behind your back do not have the power to overwrite the blessings heaven is releasing over your life. You are covered in divine protection so powerful that even if someone attempts to speak negatively, their words dissolve before reaching your path. God says every harmful word spoken about you is canceled. Every intention to misuse your name is reversed. Every lie is collapsing right now. Your sister's secret is being exposed because God wants transparency in your life. He wants clean relationships, clean energy, clean blessings, and clean breakthroughs. Nothing tainted, nothing confusing, nothing manipulated. God says you deserve clarity, respect, truth, and love. And heaven is removing every shadow that tried to hide in your family, every secrecy that tried to sit in silence, every tension that was ignored for far too long. God says you are rising. You are protected. You are safe. Heaven is lifting you out of this situation and placing you in a season where no one can misuse or misunderstand you again. The angels say your heart has been tested, but now your blessings are being released. Nothing will go wrong with you. You are surrounded by God's light, God's love, and God's protection. Trust Him. Pray to Him. And know that heaven is already working on your behalf. God says this message is reaching you at the exact moment it was meant to reach you because the weight of what has been hidden around you has grown too heavy to stay in the shadows any longer. You may have felt something shifting inside your spirit lately. A quiet heaviness in your chest, a sense that someone close to you has not been honest. You may not have understood why you kept waking up at odd hours, why your mind kept drifting to certain memories, or why your heart felt unsettled even when everything around you seemed normal. But God says the truth is rising and nothing that was buried will remain buried. Especially when it concerns the people closest to you. God says this is the moment He orders His angels to speak because what has been done behind your back has reached heaven and heaven will not stay silent anymore. Angel says listen carefully, because this is not an ordinary message. This is not something to ignore or push aside. This is an urgent spiritual alert and it carries the weight of a divine instruction. Angel says your sister has been carrying a secret and that secret has been sitting inside her heart heavier than even she expected. She did something that she tried to justify to herself. Something she tried to cover with excuses, something she believed no one would ever discover. Her decision came from fear, confusion, and influence from the wrong people. And, because of this, she crossed a line without understanding the spiritual consequences. God says before this gets any further, before the enemy twists it into something darker, before it affects your peace, He is revealing the truth to protect you. Your sister told the bank something that even she knows she should not have said. She thought she was protecting herself, but she ended up creating a chain of events that would have eventually touched you. She did not fully realize that heaven was watching her. That every signature, every word, every piece of information she gave was recorded not just in physical documents but in the spiritual realm. God says do not fear because nothing will harm you. Angel says no danger will touch your home. God has placed divine protection around you. But He needs you to know what happened so that you will walk with clarity, not confusion. Your sister has been under pressure for a long time. She has been holding worries that she hid behind smiles. She felt trapped financially, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Instead of coming to you or trusting God, she allowed fear to push her into the wrong direction. She spoke something to the bank that involved your name. And even though she thought it was a small thing, heaven did not see it as small. God says you deserve to know this. He says He will not allow anything connected to your identity, your future, your money, or your spiritual calling to be tampered with. This is why the truth is being revealed now. Angel says your sister was asked certain questions, and instead of giving her own details, she used yours in a way that shocked even her after she did it. She did not mean for it to harm you, but she acted without thinking spiritually. She thought it would help her solve something quickly. She told the bank that you were involved in a matter you knew nothing about. She thought signing your name or mentioning your information would bring her temporary relief. She thought no one would ever find out. But heaven saw the moment she hesitated, the moment her hand trembled, the moment she tried to convince herself that it was harmless. She has been worried ever since because deep down she knows something is wrong. God says she has been afraid of the truth coming out, afraid of hurting you, afraid of what will happen if you ever discover the full truth. But God says do not let fear enter your spirit. God says you will not be harmed. Not even a single thing will go wrong with you. You are under divine protection, and heaven has already gone ahead of you to clear your path. Angel says no system, no human, no mistake, no misunderstanding can stop what God has planned for you. What your sister said may have caused a temporary noise, but God has turned off every sound that was rising against you. He has already spoken to the hearts of people you do not know. He has already shifted paperwork. He has already aligned everything in your favor. You may wonder why God is revealing this. Now God says it is because you are stepping into a new spiritual phase, a new season, a new level of abundance, and anything connected to confusion must be removed. God says the truth must be seen for what it is. Not so you will fear, but so you will understand how powerfully He has protected you even when you had no idea what was happening behind closed doors. You did not need to fight. You did not need to panic. You did not need to confront anyone. God fought for you silently. Heaven corrected what needed to be corrected. Angels stood guard over your name and identity. Nothing was allowed to go wrong. There were moments when your sister almost confessed. She felt guilt heavy on her heart. She thought of calling you, messaging you, telling you the truth, but shame held her back. She feared losing you, feared disappointing you, feared you would see her differently. She has been praying quietly, asking God for forgiveness, asking Him to fix what she cannot. She did not know how deeply God values you, how fiercely He guards you, how quickly He moves when someone touches anything connected to your destiny. God says He is not exposing her to destroy your relationship. He is exposing the truth to protect your path and to bring healing where there has been hidden pain. Your sister has been influenced by someone else. She trusted a person who advised her badly. This person convinced her to use your name, saying it was harmless. God says this person was not sent by Him. This person was a spiritual distraction, someone who acted out of selfishness. Your sister followed that voice, but she has been regretting it every day since. Angel says do not let anger enter your heart. God is handling this. He is bringing clarity so that your spirit stays strong, peaceful, and aligned. Nothing was allowed to escalate because heaven blocked every attempt. Nothing was allowed to affect your finances, your records, your peace, or your destiny. Every wrong step she took has already been reversed in the spiritual realm. God says this truth will set you free. It will open doors that confusion once closed. It will help you step boldly into the blessings that are coming next. You are not in danger, you are not at risk. No harm is coming. The enemy tried to twist this situation to cause fear. But God stepped in before the enemy even reached the plan. You are divinely covered. Every angel assigned to you is standing firmly around your life, watching over your home, your future, and your identity. Angel says, trust God with every breath. Trust God with every thought. Trust God with your next step. Do not fear what you cannot see. Because the things you cannot see are the very things God has already taken care of. Heaven has rewritten what someone tried to write wrongly about you. Heaven has corrected what someone tried to confuse. Heaven has protected you even from things you had no idea existed. God says your life is safe. Your name is safe. Your blessings are safe. Your destiny is safe. Your path is protected. Nothing will go wrong with you. Nothing will fall apart. Nothing will harm your peace. You only need to trust God. Pray. Breathe deeply and allow Him to guide you. Angel says this message is serious, because God wants you prepared for the next chapter. He wants your spirit calm and your faith strong. He wants you to know you are chosen, guided, loved, and divinely protected. What was hidden is no longer hidden. What was done is undone. What was meant for harm has been transformed into a testimony of God's protection over your life. God says you are safe, you are covered, you are blessed, and nothing, absolutely nothing, will go wrong with you. My child, listen closely now, because this moment is not ordinary. And what is unfolding around you is not something the human eye can fully see. Heaven has bent low. The angels have come close, and a divine urgency fills the air around your spirit. There are moments in life when God waits, watches, and then chooses the exact second to speak with a voice that shakes everything inside you. This right now is one of those moments. The message that is descending toward your life is serious. And the angels are not whispering today. They are standing around you, alert, awake, and speaking, with a firmness you have not felt in a long time. They are telling you to remain still, to breathe slowly, and to open your heart, because what is being revealed now is wrapped in divine protection. Not fear. You have sensed for a long time that something around your family has been shifting. Something hidden beneath conversations, beneath silence, beneath the things people say and the things they never say. God has seen how your heart tries to understand, how your mind tries to connect pieces that feel scattered, and how your soul cries for clarity. And today, God says the clarity you have been seeking is arriving. Not to scare you, not to hurt you, not to shake you, but to release you from confusion, from emotional heaviness, and from the burdens you were never meant to carry. Your sister has been walking through a chapter of her life that she did not know how to explain to you, and she did not know how to carry alone. She has been fighting battles silently, feeling pressure she didn't want to put on you, and making choices she thought were temporary solutions, but ended up becoming heavy secrets. Heaven says these secrets were never meant to break your bond. These secrets were born from fear, from survival, from trying to protect herself and everyone she loves. God is not exposing her to embarrass her or punish her. God is exposing this to free all of you from miscommunication, emotional distance, and the unspoken things that have created tension in the atmosphere. The angels say, your sister spoke something to the bank, something, born out of desperation, something she believed would help her escape a moment that felt overwhelming. But instead of bringing her peace, that choice created a chain of worry, stress, and shame that she has carried silently. She did not know who to turn to. She did not know how to say it. She did not want to disappoint anyone, especially not you. She tried to fix everything on her own, thinking she could control the situation, thinking she could undo what had been done. But the weight grew heavier and heavier. God says what she told the bank was not evil. It was not wicked. It was not something meant to harm you. It was something she felt forced to say because she thought she had no other option. She believed she had to appear stronger than she felt. She believed asking for help would make her look weak. She believed showing fear would cause others to worry. And in this world where pressure falls on every soul differently, she chose silence instead of honesty. But heaven is not here to judge her. Heaven is here to heal all of you. Your sister has been praying in her own way. Maybe quietly, maybe indirectly, maybe without words. She has been hoping that God would intervene. That a door would open, that a solution would appear, that she wouldn't have to carry this alone anymore. She has been asking for strength. She has been asking for forgiveness from herself more than from anyone else. She has felt your love even from a distance. And she has hoped that one day she would be able to speak her truth without fear of rejection or disappointment. God says this is the moment when the truth begins to rise, not to destroy but to restore. You have always been spiritually sensitive even when you pretend you are not. You feel things before they happen. You sense shifts in the atmosphere before anyone speaks. You pick up emotions that others hide. Heaven gave you that gift for a reason. And right now, that gift is waking up because this message is meant to guide you into a new chapter of understanding, peace, and emotional clarity regarding your family. The angels say your sister needs you. Not to fix everything for her. Not to carry her mistakes, not to become her shield, but to become her calmness, her comfort, her reminder that God does not abandon people because of one desperate decision. She needs your compassion. She needs your strength. She needs to know that she is not alone. God is asking you to release judgment, to release assumptions, to release the fear that something dark is happening. Nothing dark is happening. Something human happened and now something divine is arriving to heal it. You might be wondering why God is telling you this now. Why today? Why in this moment? Heaven reveals things only when the time is right. Never too early, never too late. God waited until your spirit was strong. Until your heart was steady, until your intuition was awakened enough to receive this truth without panic, without confusion, without reacting emotionally. God is guiding you toward emotional maturity, deeper compassion, and a new level of spiritual awareness. Your sister's situation is not a danger to you. It is not a threat. It is not something you need to fear. You are protected. God whispers that over and over. You are safe and nothing will go wrong with you. You are not stepping into chaos. You are stepping into your role as a spiritual anchor in your family. There is something important you must understand. God is not exposing your sister to punish her. God is exposing the truth to remove the heaviness that has been blocking blessings for both of you. When families hide emotional truths, blessings become delayed. When hearts stay closed, miracles have less space to flow. This is not about money. This is not about a bank. This is about healing the emotional distance that has been forming without either of you realizing it. God says your sister admires you more than she ever says. She sees you as stronger, wiser, calmer, and more spiritually guided than she feels she is. Sometimes she hides things because she doesn't want to lose that image of you. She wants to protect you from stress. She wants to appear capable. But in reality, she has been praying silently for emotional support. Heaven is urging you to approach this with softness, not confrontation, not shock, not accusation, but with the grace that comes from knowing God is in control of every piece of this situation. Nothing happens without divine permission. Even secrets revealed happen under heaven's timing. God is guiding you to become a bridge between misunderstanding and clarity, between fear and healing, between silence and truth. You will not lose anything. You will not suffer because of this. You will not be harmed in any way. In fact, this revelation is clearing the path for something bigger, something brighter, something that will unfold in your life once emotional healing begins flowing within your family. Your angels say they have been protecting your finances, your home, your mind, and your spirit. No harm is coming to you. No danger is attached to this. This is emotional revelation, not spiritual attack. This is healing, not destruction. God is preparing your heart for a deeper level of understanding. You are being shown this not because you are weak, but because you are strong. You are being trusted with a truth that will help your family grow, reconnect, and move forward. Your sister is not your enemy. She is not plotting against you. She is not hiding something harmful. She is hiding fear. She is hiding shame. She is hiding emotional exhaustion. Heaven says she is tired and she doesn't know how to say it out loud. You will help her without even trying, because your presence alone brings peace. As you read this, angels are standing around you, placing calmness over your heart. They are whispering assurance into your spirit. They are reassuring you that your destiny is protected, your path is blessed, and your future is untouched by any human mistake around you. This situation will end in healing. It will end in truth. It will end in relief for you and for her. And soon you will look back and realize that God was not exposing a scandal. God was exposing the truth hidden inside a heart that needed love, not judgment. Your sister's secret is not meant to weaken you. It is meant to strengthen the bond between you. God is resetting the emotional atmosphere of you.